Okay, there's a lot to cover, let's get to it. Marvel just came out with a whole slew of announcements. Tons of new Marvel shows are in the works for Disney+, some really cool, some a little bit iffy. Also, there's gonna be a Riri Williams Ironheart show. No thank you. But the other ones are worth talking about. I couldn't make videos on all of them, there's just not enough time. So instead, I'm doing all of them at once. I'm doing a mass reaction to all the new Marvel show trailers. That's Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki, WandaVision has a new one, What If, and there's a featurette thing on Ms. Marvel too. Not an official trailer, but I think there's some footage from the show in there. So that's 5 shows, 5 trailers, 5 reactions in one. Let's start with the one that's most interesting to me, Falcon Winter Soldier. Go!
The legacy of that shield is complicated.
I'll bet.
The world.
Whoa.
It's upside down.
This looks really cinematic.
People need something to get behind.
Wow.
They need
Oh
some.
no.
So what's our plan?
This looks like a movie. Production values are awesome.
So no plan. Great.
We don't need no stupid plan. Oh! Oh! Oh, I'm getting major Independence Day vibes from this sequence. Grand Canyon. Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Shit! Yo, that's the theme song from First Avenger. Awesome.
What's going on in that cyborg brain of yours? You don't want to know. Oh yeah, I can see it working. Gears turning. Oh, they're malfunctioning. They're on fire. God, I hate you.
Damn. That looks so good. To me, Falcon Winter Soldier makes the most sense out of all these shows because this feels like a natural extension of where they left off in the movies. They had kind of a bickering buddy cop thing going on in Civil War. It made you want to see more of them together. Plus, I'm assuming Cap has passed away since Endgame. I guess that's his grave right here. And these are his 2 best friends, so it raises the question, what do Cap's friends do when he's not there anymore? I don't know what they do. Maybe they don't know what they do. That's why there's a story there. If you're tackling the question of how do Sam and Bucky live up to Cap's legacy after he's gone, that's a good premise to base a show on. And there's a lot you can still do with these guys. Sam especially, not only because he got the shield, but the movies didn't really explore Sam's character all that much. He's kind of untapped still, despite being one of the coolest things about the Captain America movies. So I think there's a lot of potential here. Production values look nuts. They must have broke the bank on that Grand Canyon sequence, oh my god. The story feels organic, you got emotional pathos. Man, if this is Cap's grave, I'm gonna cry when I see this scene. No joke. I'm excited, man. This show looks great. And next up is Loki. Hit it.
Get your hands off.
Yeah, this is where we left off. With Loki. Still kind of bugs me that they're doing this. Like, his whole story gets erased after Avengers. Hope this is good. Any landing you can walk away from, Loki. There are a lot of Sherpas on the other side of the universe.
You
They
taking
got
me somewhere
elevators,
to kill me?
No, I'm taking you someplace to talk.
Where I lie, don't like to
Owen Wilson?
But you do like to lie, which you just did. Because we both know you love to talk. Talky.
How long have you been here?
I don't know, it's hard to say. You know, time passes differently here in the TVA.
What does that mean?
You'll catch up.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Glorious.
Is on trial? What? TV? What is TVA? What? What the? Church? What? Is he the future now? Yep. What is happening?
Brother,
What is...
I'm down. You better be ready.
I have no idea what's going on. Okay, that was cool. But who's working the Rainbow Bridge now?
Come on. What did you expect?
Well, I don't know what I expected, but this wasn't it. What is even going on in this thing? Wow. Okay. Now we're on the other end of the spectrum. Alright, Loki, in my opinion, is a show made completely for business reasons. Falcon Winter Soldier happened because there was a story to tell there, and you can see that. You can see what the show is about. Whereas Loki appears to just be a thing because Disney thought they could make money with it because people love Loki. And I get it. I love Loki too. He's the best thing about the Thor movies. The problem is, the movies pretty much finished him off. And not just because he died. His arc was complete. He went super evil, got punished, kind of redeemed himself, made up with Thor. What else is there? That's why they killed him in Infinity War. His story was done. There was nowhere else for him to go. And I think that's obvious from this trailer because he's going all over the place. He's in a desert. He's in some alien trial room. What is this, a mall? A church? Post-apocalyptic future? He's getting into politics or something? Why? I don't know what the hell this show is about. It's about a million different things. All I know for sure is Loki's in it. Will that be enough to get me to watch? Probably. But what's the narrative here? Is it just gonna be Loki traipsing across the universe and stirring up shit because that's what he does? And what annoys me is that the only way this happens now is if you regress Loki's character and hit the reset button, so any development he got post-Avengers is wiped out. It never happened. I don't like that. His death in Infinity War meant something, damn it. It had weight to it. And now it's gone. Now I'm sure the show will be fun because Loki's fun, but it's like you can see the Disney executives in the background with dollar signs for eyeballs just throwing greenbacks up in the air and dancing around in them. I don't know. It just kind of bugs me. Alright, let's keep this going. WandaVision. Roll it.
We just don't know what to expect.
Wanda, what's
What?
up?
Who are you?
I don't know.
This one.
Something's wrong here.
What was your first clue, Vision?
Are you here to help us?
Excellent question. What?
This is our home.
Then let's fight for it.
Hey, Jimmy Woo is back. Oh, hi, Cat Dennis. gonna be about the
I think
Infinity
we
Stone and
handled that
Vision or
well.
something? Well, it's different, I'll give him that. Okay, there's a story to this one. I'm just not sure what the story is. What I like about it is we're addressing a question that was left unanswered when Endgame was done. Why can't they just use time travel to go back and save their friends who died? Tony, Natasha, Vision. I'm not saying time travel is what's going on here. I suspect it's not actually. But they have the technology to save these characters. So to say that they'd just stay dead and we'd never see them again really doesn't track. So yeah, I'm glad Vision's back, however it happened. And this is something that ties into the comics too. Wanda's been batshit crazy in the comics for years now. So maybe her powers expanded to the point where she could resurrect Vision, but the strain of it made her snap mentally? Or maybe it's all a hallucination and someone's playing with her head. They teased that a little bit. So is Vision himself a hallucination? Is the whole thing happening in Wanda's mind, or is she affecting the whole world around her somehow? If that's what this is, they're gonna have to explain it. Because Wanda's powers in the MCU are basically Jean Grey powers. She doesn't have her hex magic now, so if her powers are doing this, you gotta make that make sense. Maybe she did what she did to the Avengers in Age of Ultron to herself? That would make the most sense to me. But I like this. It looks really different from everything else in the MCU. All the nods to old-timey sitcoms are bizarre, though. Is Wanda trying to create a family for herself using examples of families that she saw on TV as a template? Who knows? But when she gets to 80s and 90s TV, there are some great examples in there. If they're gonna have Vision and Wanda playing Alan Peggy Bundy, come on, take my money. So yeah, I'm pretty interested to get to the bottom of this one. And I like that Agent Jimmy Woo is in there. He was cool in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Okay, that's another good one. But now we're getting into the less interesting shows. What If? This one's animated, which I'm not too sure about. Marvel's animated division tends to be kind of crappy. Their Spider-Man cartoons have been shit. Here's a what if. What if you brought back Spectacular Spider-Man, the last good Spider-Man cartoon we had? And what if you brought back Wolverine and the X-Men too while you're at it, instead of doing a frickin' what if show? Well, I'm getting off track here. What if trailer?
Space. Time. Reality. It's more than a linear path. It's a prism of endless possibility.
Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all.
What if Star-Lord was black? That's a compelling question.
I was promised an army.
Why did they put her in a dress before she went in the pod?
You have a super soldier.
I'm glad they get the actors from the movies to voice their characters. That's
Too
cool.
freaked out about all this, kid. What you doing out there all by yourself anyway?
Exploring the world.
Sounds fun. But why stop at one world when we can show you all of them?
I am the Watcher.
Well, if we see the Watcher in there, that's cool.
These vast new realities.
I feel like we should have seen him in the movies by now, though.
And dare to face the unknown.
Are they doing Marvel Zombies?
And ponder the question.
Oy.
What if?
Give me the tour.
I don't know. What if Star-Lord was black? What if Peggy Carter was Captain America? What if Cap was a zombie? What if Doctor Strange had an evil twin? I got a better question. Who the hell cares? Alright. Production-wise, it looks like a big step up from the Marvel cartoons they've been putting out recently. The animation's great. It looks like a well-made show. No complaints about that. I'm glad they're stepping up their game with their cartoons. but I just never got the whole what if thing. Even in the comics, it made no sense to me. It's not part of mainstream Marvel continuity. These things didn't even really happen, so what's the point? Sure, you can ask the question of what would have happened if Peggy Carter got the super soldier serum instead of Steve Rogers, but the answer doesn't mean anything. It has no bearing on the MCU at all, so frankly, who gives a shit what would have happened? It's basically AU fanfic, the series. They have created a show specifically targeted at wannabe writers on Tumblr. We get this, but we can't get a decent Spider-Man cartoon? Come on. You need more than a Howard the Duck cameo to get me on board with this one. I mean, if you're gonna throw out what-ifs, at least do what-ifs that actually matter. Like, what if you made Riri Williams a character that doesn't suck before you gave her her own TV show? What if you made sure Kamala Khan at least had a consistent personality in the comics before you made a show about her?
Miss Marvel is a new kind of superhero. But at the core of all of it, her story is so universal.
Miss Marvel is one of the newer characters in the Marvel
The annoying
comics.
kind?
And when one comes in that grabs the world's imagination like this, the questions are, when are we going to bring Miss Marvel to the screen?
When Miss Marvel
Grabs the
first
world's
came
imagination?
out, we had such an incredible reaction.
Come on, Feige.
It was so incredibly popular because everybody could see themselves in her.
I don't know.
A young teenager
Haven't looked at the sales figures recently. Incredibly popular sounds generous.
Are you kidding?
Promised you'd be cool.
I am cool. The casting process was vast. When we discovered Iman, we knew that she was Kamala Khan.
It was a unanimous decision.
Yeah, I can't comprehend this right now.
And then, of course, we've got a really
well, the actress seems nice.
Team of directors: Bilal Fallah, Adel Al-Arabi, Mira Menon, and Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy. And all of them are taking the material and elevating it.
So human. It's about
in what way?
Figuring out who she is and about relationships. Family and friendship is at the
She sounds like Vita Ayala talking about her wannabe
so
X-Men book without actually telling us anything.
We're going to introduce you to a new family that's also going to be part of the wider MCU.
In what way? Alright, here's the thing. Out of these 5 shows, probably out of all the shows Marvel just announced, Ms. Marvel is gonna be the hardest sell. For a couple different reasons. Reason number 1, there's no setup for her in the MCU right now. That might change, but I doubt it. There was some setup on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but S.H.I.E.L.D's kind of the black sheep of the MCU that stopped getting invited to family dinner a few years ago, and now they just don't talk about it anymore. So I don't know if that even matters at this point. Number 2, the source material comics she's based on are kind of bad. I don't know if there are any good quality stories in there you can adapt. The last thing I even remember Ms. Marvel doing was being part of some illegal teenage Gestapo. And number 3, no one really knows what her character is, because she has no consistent character. She has a different personality in every book she appears in. Ask 10 fans what Ms. Marvel's character is, you'll get 10 different answers. Her only consistent traits are being Pakistani and being a fangirl for one of the most unlikable heroes in the Marvel Universe, who's currently played by one of the most unlikable actresses in Hollywood. Also, she's an Inhuman, but Inhumans aren't exactly a great selling point anymore, remember? How you make a TV show based on all this, I don't know. Not a whole lot to go on here yet, not much footage. From what we do see, it looks more like a YA family show on Hulu than a Marvel show. Now, if you want to go YA with it, that's fine. I just don't see how it fits in with everything else. Also, it's not lost on me that they didn't show her powers at all. That's a big question mark because I have no idea how you adapt her powers for TV. In the comics, Ms. Marvel changes the size of her body parts, so she always looks really weird and misshapen and not cool at all. Beats me how they can make that look cool on the screen. If anything, it's just gonna look really goofy. But who knows? Looks like Marvel's spending a ton of money on these things, so I'm sure they'll come up with something. And that is it. That's all of them. At least the ones we got trailers for. Kind of a mixed bag. Falcon Winter Soldier looks like the best by a mile in my opinion, but there's gonna be a lot of stuff to talk about on all of them, I'm sure, so that's good. Guys, let me know what you thought about all these new Marvel Disney Plus trailers in the comments. Ding that bell icon for notifications, follow me on social media so you'll always know when I upload new stuff, the link is down there. Like, share, subscribe, make sure you're still subscribed, stay tuned, and I'll be back with more stuff very soon. You guys take care, and I'll see you next time.